It was my first time going to jail as an adult.
Back in the 90s, we used to be able to wear our shoes in jail. I had the brand new Agassiz, and I remember when you'd walk into the jail, they'd go like this, the whole fucking pod, 70, 80 guys. Shoes, shoes, shoes. They're shaking the bars, and it was like this deafening sound. And so I went into the pod. Next thing you know, my door cracks, and one guy pops on in, and he says, "Give me your shoes, homie." Tried to bulldog me. The bulldog is a bully, and those are the guys I fucking hated my whole life in the first place. So I was gonna be damned if a bully came up and fucked with me. I don't give a fuck, I'll die. Took off on him and mounted him and pounded his fucking face in. Told him he better not snitch. The whole fucking pod's like, "Oh, you got fucked up." And they're like, "That dude knows some kind of karate. He's a martial arts guy." And I got red suited. When you go in jail, if you get to red suited and shit, you're like, motherfuckers don't fuck with you. A couple months later, they finally let me out. And I put myself back in the game doing drugs, selling drugs.
I never had a real job before. Hustling was the only way I knew how to make money.
I had a friend, he was the one always making the biggest moves when it came to the drugs.
He would get boats of ecstasy for me and Simon.
A boat is 1,000 pills of ecstasy.
They're bringing in thousands of pills on the table, just packing them up to go take them and sell them to whomever has the order.
I remember the first time I sold some boats, made about 15,000 bucks. So I had 15,000 fucking bucks in my hand, I couldn't believe it. I had a Big Mac and a blunt, 15,000 fucking bucks, and I was in this little truck that I owned by myself, and I said, this is the fucking life. At that point, that was the best it had ever been for me.
How much do you think you're making every week?
I'd say on a good week, 40, 50,000. I'm telling you that money went as fast as it came was fucking amazing. More coke, more women, more alcohol, more parties, better parties. It was definitely escalating at a high rate because I was addicted, and something underneath it all, I was never happy. I was always depressed. You know, there's the times when I'd break down crying by myself, and it was a hard life.
I don't want to be that kind of guy, but at least I had MMA.
Even if I stayed up all night, I would train every single day and go to practice. It's like, I couldn't let go of the fighting because that was my self-identity. That's all I had. That's all I had.
He'd wake up and he'd be gone. He'd be at the dojo. You're like, what the fuck, dude? I still haven't even got out of bed, fucking ate breakfast or anything, and he's already ran miles.
Friday night usually is like big parties. Everybody's waiting to go to the fight. I was a fucking idiot. I was drinking and doing coke and ecstasy before the fights. Sometimes I would even stay up the whole fucking night. I would sleep in the locker room right before the fight, and they would literally have to wake me up. "Hey, Oak, you're fighting, you're next." And, "Adam Oakey!" Oh, fuck, and I'd fucking run out there fucking wiping my eyes and get it right there. I actually was asked to leave Jackson's because I was committing too many crimes. I was selling drugs, robbing drug dealers. I was beating too many people up. I guess it was giving the school a bad name.
There's some things I'd heard about that were criminal, and people talk. Albuquerque's not a small town, but it is kind of a small town.
Oh, I felt betrayed at the time. It kind of started a beef between me and the school for a while. Like, I had my crew on the streets, and like, there were Jackson's fighters. I would look for them, and I would fucking try to fight them wherever and beat them up. And me and UFC fighter Diego Sanchez ended up fighting in the streets over it.
I mean, everybody around here knows who Diego Sanchez is. He was the first winner of the UFC Ultimate Fighter show. At that time, Diego Sanchez was one of the best fighters in the world. Adam Oakey was a notorious street fighter, but Diego Sanchez, he's notorious as well.
Diego and Adam grew up in the barrio here in Albuquerque. They grew up on the streets and they honed those skills to be fighters even before they went and got official training, because that was just kind of the culture.
The night that it happened, I was drinking at a local bar. Diego was a bouncer there, and he started talking shit. So I said, let's get it, homie. And it was on.
That was a legendary fight, man. Now, I took him down, beat the fuck out of him. And so I got to this point where I was just like feeling ruthless, like untouchable, unfuckwithable.